What's up, guys? I'm the first one, Uno. It's been a while since I've recorded a video, but I really wanted to do an analysis of the Xenoblade 3 trailer, and I have an opportunity to do that right now, and I'm joined here by Dos, the second one.
Hello.
Alright, he's normally with me for streams where we're playing Xenoblade, and we're actually close to finishing Xenoblade 1 right now, and then we're going to get to Xenoblade 2. So, I've played both games. I haven't played Future Connected, though, which is what I'm hoping to get to soon with the Definitive Edition, but Adolis has not played 2. But we are going to do an analysis video on the trailer for Xenoblade 3 because there's a lot of cool things I wanted to discuss. Now, we kind of have an awkward setup here because I have just one headset and don't have like a splitter for anything. So we're basically putting both ends of the headphones up against our ears so we can hear this. Here we go.
Ah, the click.
So, we got a flute.
I love this guy already.
The new protagonist.
Fighting in order to live.
Well, I remember hearing the British voice and I was just like, yep,
Living
Xenoblade.
to fight.
Because obviously Xenoblade invented British. At least in JRPGs it did, to be fair.
That's the way of our
This
world.
was what I was very confused about, but I assumed this was a
This-
Ionic.
too.
This right here, this big robot thing,
No, well, yes, and then like
Well,
the energy line.
the energy.
thing?
Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of like the Monado, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. But
So
I was
everyone's just got Monado-like weapons? Because they did make a replica Monado by the end of the game.
did.
Oh yeah, spoiler warning, I guess, for Xenoblade 1. We should probably put that there. There are probably going to be spoilers for both games. So sorry, Ash. I will probably spoil one thing because I have to point it out in the trailer.
I feel like I know what it is, but
Probably not. But,
oh,
But this here is probably a Mechon.
probably.
Now, there aren't really Mechon in Xenoblade 2 at all. I think they were like they were machine robot things that felt kind of like Mechon, but they weren't actually Mechon. This does look like a Mechon. It could also be something akin to a Skell from Xenoblade Chronicles X, which was a giant mech suit that people piloted in that game. But I don't know if it's going to connect to X in any way in the story, because they've kind of ignored Xenoblade X completely. But anyway.
Eos.
Oh, also, their place is called Ionios, which is
Ionios.
interesting. It's kind of like Bionis, but not quite.
Tell me, what would possess you to side with them?
We're fighting because there are enemies to kill.
Okay, I
Jeez.
also... yeah, they just smacked him right in the face, and she just smacked him right in the face, and he's just bleeding. Okay. I want to point out their weapons. So his sword looks kind of like a combination of the Monado and the Aegis from Xenoblade 2.
You know what? Now that you mention it, it kind of does. Well,
Yeah.
at least I finally caught that.
Yeah, and then the cat girl has the same weapons as Nia from Xenoblade 2, who you don't know because you haven't played Xenoblade 2. But we're gonna bring her up again later. So that's. This guy. Let me go back. This guy's a pretty big deal from what I've heard. So this guy here is a Machina.
He looks like it, yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be one of the people from... What was it in Xenoblade 2? The people that Amalthus was. I forget what his species was called in that, because they have gray skin. But apparently he is a Machina. And he is probably going to... And he is going to be a party member. So this is going to be our first ever Machina party member, which is really cool. And this kind of... Oh, wait. No. Let me just go on. But yeah, that's cool.
You're him.
I knew it. I saw.
And now this girl here. So, one, we have a tiny girl with a giant hammer, which is lol, funny. Love tiny characters with giant weapon trope.
Yes, sir.
But also, her hair, the blue lights in her hair. A lot of people are predicting that she is probably half blade, half human, or whatever human was in Xenoblade 2. Because Ash doesn't know this, but blades are essentially what Pyra and Mithra are, because you know Smash. They're beings that are summoned by this crystal that when a person called a driver summons them, they become their partner and they fight alongside them, essentially. But apparently it has been mentioned in Xenoblade 2 that sometimes drivers and blades do actually marry each other and have kids, and people believe that she is probably half blade, half human. Judging by her features, she doesn't seem very much like a blade other than the hair. And I don't think
Saw this coming.
I don't think she had a core crystal on her chest either, because that's another thing. Hold on. Let me go back to this guy. Okay, there are 2 things people are predicting about him. So again, you haven't played Xenoblade 2, but he looks and sounds just like this character Vandam from Xenoblade 2. So we're expecting him to be an ancestor, which doesn't make I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Some people are also saying he could be the character Zeke from Xenoblade 2 because he had an eye patch, and this is him older, but I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of things about this guy.
You're not enemies.
So that's interesting. Okay, this is one I've never heard anyone say, but this guy looks like Shulk.
I don't see it. I mean, I can see the Zanza part of Shulk, but like,
Isn't it?
no.
All that.
Yeah, I honestly think that might be Shulk's ancestor.
Could be, yeah.
Because this is definitely in the future. Well, it's probably not that far into the future. Now that I think about it. Well, actually, no, it could be. Never mind. So yeah, that could be Shulk's ancestor. Anyway, we got more flutes stuff.
Time you've got.
You could try to move forwards again.
How can our lives be so snuffing little?
And now we have a Hyantia.
Oh.
This is the moment where I was like, oh, so they're combining the world of Xenoblade 2 and 1. Because I didn't realize that other guy was a Machina at first. But yeah, the Gormati, which are the cat people from Xenoblade 2, are here, and the Hyantia are here, and the Machina are here. Even though Xenoblade 1 and 2, I thought took place in alternate dimensions, but it looks like they might just take place in different parts of the planet, essentially. Because in Xenoblade 2, everyone lives on Titans, just like how in Xenoblade 1 they live on the Bionis and the Mechonis. But in Xenoblade 2 there are multiple Titans, and they're not quite as big as Mechonis and Bionis, so there's a lot of them. Also, I mentioned this. We were just playing through Xenoblade today, and we got to a point where something about the Emperor from the Hyantia trying to change the bloodline of the Hyantia to be half Hum, so to like dilute the bloodline to keep them from turning into Telethia, because that was a thing in the game as well. And I've noticed that the Hyantia girl there has short wings, meaning she is not fully Hyantia. So that's something interesting. That probably means they succeeded in completely taking out the pure blood Hyantia and keeping them at least partial of other species so they can never turn into Telethia again, which is really cool to see. And this guy, I don't know anything about his origin or what he could possibly relate to.
It's Joker.
And then, yeah, the environments look great.
The land pierced
This looks
by
like a lot of
great
different
sword.
places. Just, I don't know, this just
It's the
looks
only
cool. I don't
way
even
you're
know
gonna
how to
defeat the
describe
real
this.
enemy.
So good, dude. Oh my gosh.
This is just beautiful. At this point, I'm just admiring how it looks.
What good filling up these flickering clocks in our eyes?
Oh god, I messed. Hold on. Where am I? Okay. At least let me go back. I want to focus on those Nopon. Go back. Where are the Nopon? Was it after this?
Replace the
right
French
before.
block.
Oh, it was right before. Okay.
Up these flickering clocks in our eyes.
Oh, god damn it. I paused on the boobs. No. Not now. I don't want to be down bad.
These flickering clocks in.
Okay, so, Nopon with an afro, though.
Oh wow, I wasn't even paying it. Wow.
I know everyone is saying, like, this is they don't like Nopon afro. And I'm just like,
Pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
It's funny, yeah. I don't hate it. It's whatever. Nopon are meant to be goofy. But, I know a lot of people also compare these two to Rex and Pyro with their hair.
Wow.
And, you know, I kind of see it. I don't know. I don't know much else to say about these two. It just, I don't know. I guess these are the main Nopon of the party, I guess. So that's cool.
In our eyes. It will never replace the French we lost.
The flame clock.
Okay,
It
it's
has
fighting
to
some
go.
kind of big thing. Okay.
Ouroboros abhor this world. They must be erased without a trace.
Okay, these two.
I felt like I seen them, but I don't know if they died in like the first game.
Oh, they didn't die in the first game. You know who people think this is?
T- I forgot how to pronounce her name actually.
You think it was Tyrea?
Yes.
What if I told you that people are predicting that this is actually Melia?
Huh?
You want to know? Well, I can't actually tell if it's the same voice. I know that the voice actress who was the voice of Melia is kind of more famous now because she's in Doctor Who or whatever.
Oh.
But she did come back for Future Connected, and she does sound a little bit different than she did in the original game. Like her voice is a little deeper, I think, from what I remember.
Wait, I remember. Melia used to wear a mask.
She did. It didn't quite look like this though. It was similar, like a similar style, but it's not exactly the same. Short wings again. The hairstyle
It is very similar.
is very
yes.
similar, actually. But I'm not sure, because again, I'm not sure if it's the same voice actress as Melia, but I can't tell because, like I said, the voice is slightly deeper. Hold on, let me go back and hear it again.
Ouroboros abhor this world. They must be erased.
Yeah, it is a little deeper, but it's not quite there. Now this girl, okay, you haven't played Xenoblade 2.
Oh, yeah, I can tell.
But people are predicting that this is Nia from Xenoblade 2, who was a party member in that game. And I don't want to go too much into detail about her to you. There is one thing I kind of have to spoil, because there's a reason why people think this is Melia and Nia, because they have something in common. Can you guess what it is?
They're half-bloods?
No, that's not it. What do you think they have in common?
They like the protagonist?
Yeah, and you know what else?
They get...
What do you think Rex is paired with Pyre and Mithra, huh?
That's tough.
I feel bad because you're gonna already know what happens in the game when we play it, but like I have to tell you that because that's why people have been making jokes like, okay, Melia and Nia are villains now. I think Shulk and Rex messed up. If that has something to do with why they might be villains, we don't even know if they are. I mean, she was saying something about they need to be erased and stuff, so maybe they are talking about killing people. So I don't know. If that's the truth, then that's the truth. Oh boy, the rejected girls take their revenge.
That'd be the best plot line.
Okay, but yeah, with Nia, well, who we think is Nia, like I said, the voice of Melia doesn't sound quite the same, but I'm not sure.
Ouroboros abhor this world. They must be erased without a trace.
But that sounds exactly like Nia's voice actress from Xenoblade 2. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that's not at least the same actress. Even if it's not the same person, that's the same actress. Okay, and now we get our title screen, which I think that's it. There's not really any other thing to really discuss here.
Aside from the beautiful flute.
Yeah. That's about it. Oh wait. Actually, yes. This is the last thing. Excuse me. I want to bring up. People already know this because the developer of the game has pretty much outright confirmed it. Apparently, that the story of this game takes place in a time where one of the Titans from Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2 actually went into contact with each other. That sword there is the Mechonis' sword.
I thought the Mechonis was completely eradicated, huh?
It was, but that's the sword. Now, maybe the Titan itself didn't meet with it, but the sword did at least. And then the big whale is Uriah from Xenoblade 2. So, two Titans from both games met with each other, I guess, or something like that. And the sword has cut Uriah in half. So, and that's why species from Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2 can meet up in this game. And that is really interesting. So I guess, like, when I was watching this, I wasn't sure how the story was going to tie into Xenoblade 1 and 2. Because I was like, how is it that the Gormati and the High-Enti are in the same place? And, well, this is the answer. The Mechonis sword literally cut Uriah in half. So, you know, cool. And then Hyentia and Machina just showed up onto Uriah, just like, hey, what's good, y'all? Y'all wanna hang? Oh, look, there are cat people. Yo, cat girls are real. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, how do you feel about all this, Dos?
I'm actually super excited, especially after getting to play through the first one, even though we haven't
Finished yet, yeah. And then we have a whole second game to get through. Yeah, man, it's oh yeah, and I guess I'll play through the rest of the trailer. I don't really care to listen to it, so we don't need to headphones. But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, it's happening. It's awesome, really cool. I think I have the frame set up wrong here. Whatever, who cares? I don't know. I messed up some of the. Oh, I see. I full screened on accident. I didn't mean to do that, but you know, whatever. So. Yeah, it's coming out. Let me just skip ahead here because you know, in my reaction video, yeah, September 2022. That's this year, later this year, and it's so soon. We do not have enough time to play through Xenoblade 1 and 2 all the way through. We can at least finish Xenoblade 1 and maybe start Xenoblade 2 for a bit, and we're gonna have to play Xenoblade 2 and 3 at the same time, pretty much. Like you'll have to play 2, and then I'll be playing 3 on my own. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Dos gets to play 2, and Uno gets to play 1.
Oh, hey, we did a reference.
But yeah, I guess as far as discussion goes, there's not really much else to say. There's a lot of interesting things. I feel like there is one other thing I would like to mention, but I don't want to mention it while Dos is here because that's a spoiler I don't want to get into. Actually, a few spoilers I don't want to get into for him. I already spoiled one thing, but it wasn't that big of a deal. He'll just feel less sad when it happens in Xenoblade 2, when another girl gets rejected. Oh man, that's going to be sad, because the whole time you're going to know she's going to get rejected, and... Man. I'm sorry, Dos. I really ruined it for you.
I already feel bad for Melia. It's fine.
Alright, well, that's going to do it for this video. I pretty much covered everything that I could. Pretty much everyone has already talked about everything you could imagine. I think I'm the only one who's thought that that one dude is probably Shulk's ancestor or something like that, in some way related to Shulk. Because
He does look like Sansa.
yeah, I mean, Shulk and Zanza are basically the same person.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Alright, yeah. That'll do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this is the first one signing off. Bye-bye.
Nia, I love you too. I love you and all you guys. So, let's do this together.
It's just bullshit.
They must be erased without a trace.